Hi, everybody. Today we are going to be investigating the rise of one of the most famous figures of the 20th century, somebody whose name I'm sure you know, and someone who's going to be an important part of our story as we learn about World War II and the eventual event known as the Holocaust. And that, of course, is going to be Adolf Hitler. So our aim today, we're investigating how did Hitler gain, consolidate, and maintain power in Germany. So by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to describe how Hitler gained, consolidated, and maintained power in his country. So as a review from our previous lessons on the Weimar Republic in Germany, this is a government that at its core is weak and unable to solve the problems of Germany. And as this government collapses, it is going to leave Germany in absolute chaos. A majority of German citizens are hungry, unable to find jobs. Hyperinflation is leaving them with an inability to pay for their basic wants and needs, and they are struggling. And additionally, Germany signs on to the Treaty of Versailles, a document that embarrasses Germany in front of the entire world, makes them take blame for World War I, a war that they did not start or were not the only ones involved in. So out of all of this chaos, a number of new political parties are going to rise up to say that we are going to take power, replace this Weimar Republic, and restore greatness to Germany and bring it back to the nation that it was before World War I. And one of these political parties is going to be known as the National Socialist German Workers' Party, or the NSDAP in German. And if you look at the word national in German, it's pronounced Nazial. So if we shorten Nazial, we get the Nazi Party. So the Nazi Party is founded in 1920 by the central figure of our story today, whose name is Adolf Hitler. And the main idea of the Nazi Party and Hitler's beliefs is to create what he called in German a Lebensraum, or a living space for Germans. And the idea is to make Germany safe for Germans, to give Germans freedom, give Germans opportunity, to rid Germany of anything that is anti-German, and to restore greatness to this nation. And one of the things that makes the Nazi Party so popular in Germany at this time is their direct opposition to the Treaty of Versailles. They call it unfair. They say it is a slap in the face to the nation of Germany and the German people. And they say that if they are put in power, they will refuse to follow those terms of the Treaty of Versailles, not make those reparations payments, rebuild their military, and again, restore greatness to Germany. And additionally, the Nazi Party and Adolf Hitler are going to create a scapegoat out of a minority group in Germany at this time, which are the Jewish people. And we're going to investigate this a little bit more later on in this unit. But the idea is that if we can pin all of the problems on Germany on a specific group and get everybody angry and upset at that specific group, then we can create greater unity and we can quote unquote rid Germany of this evil problem-causing group. So a little bit about Adolf Hitler. First off is that he is not German. He is born in Austria, the neighboring country to Germany. However, in Hitler's mind, he believes that he was, and that the Austrian people are long-lost Germans, and that it was imperialism and divisions in Europe, and later on what he's going to refer to as race mixing, that destroys this once great German empire and separated Austria from Germany. So although he spoke German with an Austrian accent and a different dialect, he considered himself at his core to be a long-lost German who wanted to restore the once great German empire. And Hitler's going to serve in World War I, and he saw the horrors of World War I firsthand, and he experienced the embarrassment of Germany's loss and the Treaty of Versailles. And that's going to fuel a lot of his anger and his policies moving forward. Another thing about Adolf Hitler to acknowledge is that he was an incredibly powerful speaker and writer. He understood persuasion, he understood propaganda, and he understood how he could use his words to rile people up and get them to essentially do whatever he wanted them to do. And in 1925, He's going to put all of his ideas together into a book that he writes that outlines all of his views on the future of Germany and what it should look like. And that book is called Mein Kampf in German, or My Struggle in English. And this is going to become the central text of Hitler's beliefs and what he is looking to do in Germany moving forward. So in 1932, the Nazi Party puts forward their candidates for the parliament of Germany, known as the Reichstag. And one thing to note is that the Nazi Party and Hitler are legally and fairly elected by a large portion of the German population. This was not a violent overthrow of the government. This was not a coup where Hitler rose to power through illegal methods. This was a legal election, and the Nazis won fair and square because of what they promised to the German people and the excitement that they were able to create for a potential great future for Germany. And so the president of Germany at this time, whose name was Paul von Hindenburg, realizes that the Nazi Party had won a significant control of the government and decides to step down and names Adolf Hitler as the new leader of Germany. So today we're going to investigate more about Hitler's views and the Nazi Party's views and how they were able to convince a significant portion of the German population to vote them into power.